The times of David Ricardo. Approximately in the 1700s and 1800s, David Ricardo lived in the years of great social conflict and political unrest in Britain. The British population grew rapidly. This put a strain on food supplies, and the successive years of poor crops further drained food reserves. He identified the main three conflicting groups in British society: the working class, who lived in modest wages; the industrialist class, who made healthy profits by operating the factories they owned; and the aristocratic landlord class, who received substantial rents from the land titles they held. Self-interest was a big factor in bitter class conflicts because landlords were the best positioned to compete effectively against the other classes. The working class would always struggle to live at or near their levels. Since there was a shortage of grain in England at the time, Ricardo used the example of the landlord-dominated parliament forcing through legislation known as the Corn Laws. This, however, had the effect of driving up the price and import taxes of grains. However, this guaranteed the payment of high rents to the landlords. When wheat was sold for twice the average workers' weekly wages, this forced the industrialists to pay higher wages to ensure that their workers would survive. When the Corn Laws in the 1840s finally succeeded, the industrialists effectively broke the power of landed aristocracy and slowly began replacing them as the dominant class in British society. Ricardo became a strong advocate of freer trade at a time when Britain imposed high tariffs on many imports to discourage trade with other countries. These taxes often protected the earnings of the rich landlords. However, they hurt the workers and the industrialists. The landlord class grew very rich, while others performed all the work and assumed all the rest. He argues the interest of the landlord ran counter to the interest of the rest of the economy. Ricardo became the parliamentary champion of the previously unrepresented industrial capitalist. The end.